Hello, dear friends. I'm glad to see you all today on Allatra TV Middle East channel. My name is Margarita, and my co-host today is Dmitry. Hello, Dmitry.
Hello, Margarita. Nice to be here with you today.
Yeah, nice to be here as well. Based on theory of six handshakes, every day we meet and communicate with people from different countries of different professions, and we discuss our favorite topic, the creative society.
You know what is so great about this theory of six handshakes? We really can meet friends that we know through other people. I'll give you an example. For example, I know you, right, Margarita, from my friend Taisia, who lives in Prague, right? And you know our friend Anastasia, who knows Rohail. And this is
Yeah.
how we got to know Rohail. So it works, really works. How are you, Rohail, today? We're happy to see you.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm really excited to be here, and I really appreciate your people's efforts. Yeah, thank you.
Good. So I'll tell you a bit more, few details about our project. The name is
Okay.
the Creative Society Project, and what I like the most that it was initiated by people like us around the world on the platform of Allatra International Public Movement. People simply started to ask themselves a decent question: in which
Right.
society, in which world they would like to live. And now, as a result, volunteers spread it around the world and they talk to other people in 180 different countries on all the languages, and they conduct this social research as we have today with you. And for me, I think it's really great. We have an opportunity to talk to everyone around the globe.
Right.
So I'm glad to introduce to all our viewers Mr. Rohail Omer from Dubai. He's a chief accountant. And please tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah. Like I have been born in Pakistan, right? But I was born raised here in UAE. I came here very early, like in 90s. And my father was here, and before that, my grandparents, and then they were from Kuwait. My father was born there, and they had stayed there for the longest period of time. And then there was a war at that time. Then they have to move back to Pakistan, stay there for a couple of years, and then they move back here. So I went to school in Dubai, stayed here for most of my life, and got back to Pakistan for 6 years. Had the education there, the higher education, and then I came back here and started my career here. So started my career in one of the multinational companies in Sharjah. So after that, then I moved to my current company, and here I'm working as a chief accountant. All my brothers, my family members, they most of them they are staying here with me anyway.
This is quite interesting story.
Yeah, yeah,
So the people nowadays travel, travel, travel. So and this is the beauty of our days, and I think we should all appreciate it. So it's open our mind and it opens the borders of the countries,
exactly.
and it builds the bridges between the people as well. So very happy to see you with us today,
Thank you,
Rahel.
thank you, thank
And
you. Yeah, same here.
the first question is the question that we ask all our guests. How do you see the creative society? How do you see the society where people live happily, prosperly, in harmony with with each other? They respect each other. So, what is it for you? How you envision this society?
See, for me, when I got to know about it, I will just start it from there. Mr. Dimitri, he said, like my colleague, she explained me about it, and the way she explained it, it was very attractive to me. One of the main reasons is like in my life, mostly if somebody wants to convince me, they will start it from creating hatred for the other thing. Like in the political system, they will just try to convince you, but they will start saying something bad about the other counterparty thing, right? So but in this case, what happened, she explained me in such a good way, and like there was this I can feel like there is some positivity about it. And then she always said like it's about us, the people, nothing about the, you know, the caste, religion, countries. So when I heard about it, I was really interested to know more, like what's there. And then when I read about one of the main, the first one, the which is the first foundation, you know, about the human life, I was so inspired about itself, right? Like the main thing is the importance of a human life, right? So, and as I can see now in the world, people, they have just they're not giving importance to the life of the humanity. You know, it has become so normal for everyone to accept if somebody is dying somewhere. It earlier it was not the case. You know, if somebody, if there was something bad happened, people used to mourn about it for few days. But now the people, they have just lost the sense. I believe they don't have that senses about how precious is the human life. So that's why, you know, these things, when I started learning about what's the main points and the basic foundations about this creative society, I was really intrigued and excited to be a part of it. And this is what I want there should be importance about the human life, and they should have the, you know, the space, the information, and all those things mentioned. They're all the 8 foundations, which is really excellent. And uh, this is why I wanted to create a society which is equal for all, and in where, you know, there is importance for everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we understand you. That's why we also participate in this project. So let me
exactly.
just introduce this first foundation for all our viewers, especially for those who watch our first time, because you were so
Right.
inspired. I will read it
All right.
as it is.
Yeah.
So human
Yeah.
life. Human life is the highest value. Life of any human has to be protected as one's own. The goal of society is to ensure and guarantee the value of each human's life. There is not and never can there be anything else more valuable than a human's life. If one human is valuable, then all people are valuable. It's
Right.
really touching that you studied from this basic one foundation
Exactly.
because
And
it all stems
for
on that.
for me, it's like everything. Like for me, it's important the human life. When it says, I from the reading, I can understand it's not about the rich or the poor or from any specific countries. You know, I can feel it. Like they're saying is it's everyone's life is important. Like in today's scenario, if somebody who is in good position or rich or someone, you know, who dies, they have the impact. But other people, nobody is going to uh, have responsibility for them. So that's why I wanted like this thing to be implemented everywhere. Like there's an importance of each and every person in the world, and they should have the sense like there's someone who's having who's taking care of us, you know, our lives.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's the, I cannot tell it's the most important foundation because
Exactly.
they all foundation are interconnected with one another. But this is, I think, a lot of people mention that this is very basic foundation. That's where we should start from this foundation. And the people
Yeah.
should, we should not only value other people, we need to create a society where people value their own lives as well, because we so get used to that, okay, my life is not important because I'm not such and such person, or maybe I'm not rich enough, famous enough, and so on and so forth. But
Yeah.
people, yeah, so we need to create a society where people believe that their life as important as everybody else, and then they value other people the same way as they value their own life. So
So true.
absolutely
Yeah.
agree. So true.
Yeah.
Exactly. There is a lot of division nowadays between people on different aspects like religion, skin color, social status. And you live in UAE, where
Yeah.
millions of people come from around the globe. Each 40 seconds, the airplane lands with thousands of people from different countries. So share your experience with us. How is it important, or how is it possible for so many people to live comfortably together with each other?
See, the thing is, like, I found there is there's an element of respect, or uh, between the different nationalities. People acknowledge each other. uh, like, in I'll give you an example. Like, in our country, there's an people, they say, like, the Europeans or some Americans, they don't treat us properly, right? But I have seen, to be honest, like, they themselves don't treat some people from different nationalities, like, who are below, they think like below them, like from some smaller countries, so what we are blaming the big countries, we are doing the same for the smallest countries. You got me what I'm trying to say?
Of
so
course.
so this is not right. We should reflect first ourselves, from where we are coming, and what we are blaming others, and at the same time we are doing the same thing. But here, when I came, when I started my career, I noticed, like, we are in a same company. We are working with so many different nationalities who are from Bangladesh, India, Sri Lankan, European people, and when they come together, they'll perform so good, because everybody have their own uniqueness and they bring something good to the table. Some, everybody's good in some particular things, so that's why the companies also are getting the benefits out of it. So this togetherness, which I have seen here, which is just extraordinary, which I like the most about UAE. And we respect each other. We try to give importance to the people. And yeah, this is what I really am inspired about UAE, and I want this to happen to all the countries, like even in our countries also. Why not? People should come from everywhere, and they should work there, so that they get to know about each other. Yeah.
You know what I have noticed in your speech now, that
Yeah.
um, you, like, originally you're from Pakistan, right? And you were
Yes.
born in
Yes.
Kuwait. Now
Yeah.
you live in UAE,
Right.
and you call it our country,
Exactly. Exactly.
despite that UAE doesn't give any anything like any passport or something like that for people
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
live there temporarily. But anyway, there should not
I'll
be
just
anything like
sorry.
our country, your country. We're all people. We all live together
Right.
happily.
Right.
We respect each other. We're one big nation.
That's true. It comes naturally, because just to make one thing correct, like, my parents was born in Kuwait, but I was born in Pakistan, but then I moved to Dubai. But what I was trying to say is, like, it when I was since my childhood, I have seen the people, I have grown here. It seems like I have so many friends from all the different nationalities. And this is my concern also, you can say. When I go to my country, they have that hatred about certain nationalities, certain people. And when I have also seen some people who have come from there to work here, and after a couple of years their mentality has changed. They have started knowing each other, they have got to know, they get along now nicely, they have friends. So it means, like, we need to uh, try something. Like I was saying, like, there's a concept here about the global village, where there's stalls of different countries. We need to do implement this kind of things to in our countries as well, so that people somehow they will start absorbing it, understanding, and try. The main thing is the acceptance. They should start accept the other countries, the people, the same way the what we are doing here.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And I think it's true for every country, because until the people meet other people in person, until they make friends, so they cannot understand, or they cannot understand that we all are people of this planet. So, and there is nothing different. We all want to have happy life. So it doesn't matter which country we live in. So, and the people need to think also about who separate us. because nowadays we have so many separation, right? So we're divided in division in our life. We're divided by countries, by genders, by languages, and by borders, and so on and so forth. So, and I think the important concept for us is to think more, not what divides us, but what unites us. What can we do to unite each people? I mean, the people in the world. And I think you mentioned it already. So that respect to one another, respect the culture of other people, because just because the people have a different cultural traditions, so it doesn't mean that they're different. And I think what I learned from my own life living in different countries, that sometimes you come to country and you think, oh, people are so cold, so they don't want to talk to you, they kind of stay away from
Yeah,
you. But then you learn it's a cultural stuff. You need to show them, and you need to have a first step, and you need to ask for help, not because the people are cold, because they respect, in this country they respect your space, so they sort of like we don't want to disturb you, so but they're happy to help. You need to learn these cultural differences to integrate in the country, and not to blame that oh, okay, in my country people are such and such, and in this country people are not the same. We all are the same.
yeah, exactly. That's so true.
You
So
know
And
what?
one of
and
the yeah,
Yeah, go
sorry.
ahead, woman.
Yeah, one of the things which you said, like people are divided by religion, by like like they have, but these eight foundations which is mentioned in by the Creative Society, I don't think like it's the base should be the basic pillars, for each religion. It's the uniformity. Like there's no should everyone nobody can deny this. So this is one of the main things which I liked, and the one which you said we can unite people through these eight foundations, where the importance has been given to the like what we discussed earlier, the human life, the justice system, and this is something which I really acknowledge you people, which you're trying to achieve, and I hope that we get succeeded about it.
I think we can use already not you, we can use us.
Us,
we
yeah,
we
sure,
gonna
yeah,
succeed.
yeah, yeah. Yes,
You know that
yeah,
UAE, when I used to live there, you feel there on the street that you are very safe, right? And
yes,
one of
yes,
the
yeah,
foundation that we have is a human safety. Let me read it
exactly.
fully and we discuss after that. It's
Okay.
foundation number 3, human safety. No one and nothing in society has the right to create threats to the life and freedom of a human. Every human is guaranteed free provision of essential life necessities, including food, housing, medical care, education, and full social security. Scientific, industrial, and technological activities of the society should be aimed exclusively at improving the quality of human life. Guaranteed economic stability, no inflation and crisis, stable and same prices around the world, a single monetary unit, and a fixed minimum taxation or no tax. The security of human and society from any kind of threats is ensured by the unified global service that deals with emergency situations. So let's like scale it to the whole world, not only UAE. UAE is a bright
Yeah,
example for sure, but
ex-
if they made it there, would it be great to have such a human safety and everything what is mentioned as a third pillar around the globe? What do you think?
exactly, because this feeling of being like you're safe. I think it's one of the best things. I have seen people like I know some places in my own country, and I'm sure it's the same case for many other countries as well. People, they don't feel safe, and how can someone prosper there? Like I don't understand. Like how can someone like they can live in such a society where they don't feel secure or safe? Like you may give an example of Dubai, which is uh, you if you want to go somewhere around to midnight, or you don't feel afraid about certain things. but in specific places in our countries, we are always afraid about it. So that is so true, and we need to emphasize on the on this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, because the format of our society today, this consumption, the so it actually creates the uh, all the problem that we have, and what it does, it creates sort of like a foundation for the people not feeling safe, because in our today's society, safety is not only on the street. It's safety that do I have, will I have a job tomorrow? Would I have enough money to cover my medical bill or provide the food on
Exactly.
the table? So, and of course, yes, to walking in the evening at certain parts of cities. In I am pretty sure in all countries, almost all countries. So this is another story. So that's why this safety, human safety, comes as really, really important. One of also most of the important. And for you as a account, as working with the finance, wouldn't be much easier if we would have in the whole world, we would have the stable prices and the one
Yeah. Yes.
monetary currency. So I think it would create it much easier, it become much easier to be an account.
Exactly. I'll give you one example. Like I obviously, as an accountant, I'm preparing the payrolls and the gratuities of some people. Like when I was in a previous company, I was particularly doing this, and then I have seen some people who have spent their lives, just to work and to make one house of them, and they're not staying there. Like, just imagine someone who is working here for 25 years and saving money, and then he's after that he has to spend it to their country and to buy a piece of land, and they still don't get a chance to go there and stay, like, for the longer periods. They're just doing it for their children's, and at the same time they don't feel safe about it. They don't feel it, like, they still feel they have that sense of insecurity, like I might lose it because of some wrong peoples. So the thing is, like, why there is, I don't understand, like, for some specific things why we are paying for it, the land, and like, there should be some policies anywhere. I'll just give you an example. Like, in my case, in my country, what happens, we are paying taxes. Okay. And the amount, 70 to 80% of it in the budget is going for this arms, for the nuclear things and all those stuff. And at the same time, people are dying of hunger. Can you imagine, like, if we in a house, we are staying together, 10 people, and out of that we are just buying weapons, investing most of our money in the weapons, and some of them is dying because of hunger. Can you imagine about it?
Yeah, it doesn't
So
make any sense.
it doesn't make any sense. So that's why the thing is, like, there should be a choice. If I'm paying taxes, I want it to be spent on the people, so that some people should get benefit out of it, not like we are just buying all this wrong stuff and all those things, spending on the wrong directions. So what you're saying is about this also, there is a lot of things and a lot of room where we can make the changes, and there should be.
True, and it all depends on us, because what is a society? What is government?
Exactly.
It's people, right?
Ex-
It's not some like
People.
aliens who came 100 years ago and told us, "Okay, guys, you have to live like that." No, we made this.
We should have a choice. Then I don't think we have the choice. They're just forcefully collecting the taxes from us, spending on their own will, and they're saying it's a system, is a democratic system. But it's like, I don't understand all this. The
You're
structure, how
right,
the
but this
governments.
is this is the
Yeah.
key point, that who are, like, we always talk about some government or something. They're also people, same like us, and they also would
Exactly.
like to live. I believe, I'm sure, they would like to live in a normal society, but
Exactly.
they don't have to cheat someone or steal from someone or force someone to do something bad. Everyone wants to live like a normal human, because inside,
Yes.
when you do something bad, you feel inside that I'm doing bad.
Exactly. But like
Ex-
like she said, there should be some policies to make the things available for people. They should not spend too much on this electricity, the rent, the lands, and all the commodity things which they are buying. And I'm pretty sure about it. It's under the control of some people. They can just make it cheaper.
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. The economic security, so the people at the moment, so they don't have it at all. And I think the old people, I would agree that we need to change something. And I don't think that we can wait any longer for somebody to come and change it, right? So there are not going to be any aliens, any government that would be say, okay, starting from January 1st, we have totally new rules and we're going to give up of everything, so we're going to fix it. So we are people of this planet, so need to get together, unite uh, by one goal. So by one goal, so by the goal that we propose, this is creative society. And the creative society, it's the people oriented society. That's, I think, it's the most the basic difference, because right now we're living in a society that I cannot say don't care about the people, but not care enough about the people. So that's why we have so many problems. That's why we have this insecurity in all the countries. Because I think that maybe the people in some countries think that, oh, okay, so if it is in the US or it is in Switzerland, or I'm from Switzerland, so the people there have no problem. And
Right.
but it's not true, because
Yeah, it's an
people in
illusion.
all country, yeah, so they have the same basic needs and they have the same basic insecurities and the same problem, that they don't have enough money. Maybe tomorrow they don't have enough money to pay for all the bills. And the problem is also, as you mentioned, health. So that's the economical insecurity with the crises and with the inflation. So the people work the whole life saving money, trying to buy property or something. But in 10 years, let's say, the prices of the property may go up tremendously.
Yeah.
So all the
Yes.
savings, so the people become poorer and poorer with every year. So
Exactly.
even though
Exactly.
they think that they're saving money. So
Exactly.
this is of course
Yeah, that's why the AIDS Foundation of Creative Society, I think we have discussed it for the past 5 minutes, and I will just read it. This is what we can change. We can take it in our hands, and it's not going to be done like in one particular country. It can be done only around the globe at the same time. So the AIDS Foundation sounds like a self-governing society. The concept of
Right.
power in the creative society is absent, since the responsibility for society as a whole, its development, living conditions, and harmonious format lies with each human. Everyone had the right to participate in the management of the affairs of the creative society and in the adoption of laws that improve human life. The solution
Yeah.
of socially important, socially significant, and economic issues that affect the quality of human life is submitted for public discussion and voting referendum. So this is what you said, Rohail.
Yeah.
exactly, so that the people should take the responsibility back to their own hands.
See, definitely, if there's the people who are, if I can, I know, like there's just specifically few people who are making. If it comes on us, I'm sure most of the things which is happening now will change.
Yeah, and I think also that you probably also, since you work in as an accountant, so you know that we live in the profit-oriented society. So that's
Exactly.
why all the businesses, they care only about the profit that they make or the bottom line. So the people are they're invisible. So because I think for most of the company, the accounting statements at the end of the year, so this is the most important document. So not the people behind the profits that they have.
And also, like there's I have seen the difference in the wages uh, which is being given to the people in different companies, different countries. Like the people, they are doing the same kind of work, but the salary is so different in different places. Should be the same. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's if somebody is working harder, it's like he's working more. Or it's not, should not be separated in certain ways. Like, in the same country, the people in UAE also, I still feel the people who are working hard, working in the sun, they should, their salaries are less after working throughout the day, and still if they're not able to fulfill the needs of their family, what's the use of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but let's think let's think positive. Let's now think, what can we do today, each of us at home,
Right.
in our own countries, in our own neighborhood, to create a positive example for other people. So how can we change our society, not the whole society, maybe the vector of the society? So every day,
Like,
what can we
yeah,
do?
I have seen there's most of the people, majority of them are good, right? They have that sense of goodness in them. They want to help each other. And also, I believe, like, some of them who didn't got a chance for education in their earlier life. Why there's this thing, like, they can't go for education or do the courses after certain years, like, oh, after 30 years, the people, they don't want to learn things. But still, there's so many opportunities around us. Like, one of the example I can give about is for the Amazon. There is we can teach someone, or we can teach people each other, like, around us, like, to let them learn how they can start selling on it. Or no, they don't need the qualification for it, but still there is a chance for them for growth. And there should be an environment in a certain way. Everybody should, take the responsibility and support each other. And like I said, all humans are good. Most of them, they have that positive energy, positive thing in them. We just have to create that environment for them in which they support each other and help each other, and try to let people grow also. And at the same time, they themselves grow. Like, in some companies, the owners, when they the true leader who tries to help their staff, their employee, make them feel good about it, participate in the decision making things, they also grow quicker themselves. And even the people, they are growing. They can learn more. They can, at the same time, they can help others also who are working.
Yeah, you're right. Like by showing an example on all the levels, no matter you are just
Exactly.
uh,
Exactly.
first level entry employee or you're already a general manager, you should be
Exactly.
like what I like the word team leader, right? It's not a manager or supervisor who just stands
Exactly.
and tells you. The
Exactly.
team leader, he works with you and he is one of the team and he shows
Yes.
the example how to do it in a better way because he has an experience. So, and I like what you
Exactly.
said. Everyone is good, and everyone has already an energy for positive changes. So, what we can do, each of us,
Right.
just maybe show like a correct direction or something like that, where to move
Yes.
and to move together. Because if we all move in different direction, even if we have good positive energy, this is what we have now. People are separated by everything, and what we're trying to do in this creative society project is simply to find each other using this six handshakes rule. We find each other, we
Yeah.
take our hands, and we move together towards a better future. That's simple. We don't need to
Exactly.
create something like very new. It all works already.
Exactly.
And
That
one of the
that's so right.
foundations that you mentioned actually already, it's so great. It's number 6. I would like to read it for our viewers as well. Development of personality. And you're right, the people after 30, they don't want to, it's not like they don't want to study and learn something new. they don't have time for that because they have to work hard. So development of
Yes.
personalities sounds that every person in the creative society has the right to comprehensive development and personal fulfillment. Education
Right.
should be free and equally accessible to all, creating conditions and expanding opportunities for a human to implement his or her creative abilities and talents. So imagine that
Exactly.
if everyone in our society has equal opportunities, people are not equal, of course, we all have different abilities, but we should have equal opportunities for this development and growth. And after that, if
Right.
you want to, you go for it. If you don't want to, it's up to you, it's your right, but you have a choice. And we as a society could create this possibility.
And we
Yeah.
should create this
Yes.
possibility. We should create this possibility so that the um, people, if you decided to change your profession, so just maybe you are not in love with your profession, right? So not everybody picked the right one from the beginning. Or you move from different countries and you found something new and you want to develop in this direction. It's a new direction for you. Or so it doesn't matter why. And another thing that you mentioned, that the people should have a habit of to learn something new, because what happens nowadays, so we have this habit of complaining, for example, when we have a new gadgets and then there is update and oh my god, there is a few new buttons and you need to learn
Yeah.
how to use them. And
Yes.
it's a crisis for some people because there is no habit to learn something new. Why not learn another language? Why not? For now we
Exactly.
still have
Exactly.
many languages, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
and I think maybe we don't have enough positive examples. It's not like we don't have a positive examples in our lives. Yes, we do. What people do in their neighborhood, but I think we don't see these examples because these examples are not popularized, right? So they're not on
Yes.
TV,
Right.
they are not in our newsletter. So if you want to find something good, you have to look really hard. So
Yeah. And I think like there should be, now we should create such environment people can learn new things at any age. There should be courses for 40 years also, 45 years also, 30 years also. There should be a continuous growth in people. And like my brother, he said, like now Dimitri, he's saying like we don't have the space to do it because we are so occupied with our things. We are working throughout the day in our jobs, and after that we have to spend, definitely we have to spend the time with our family. So we are, in some way insecure. We have to, all our energy and efforts are going just to meet our, daily expenses.
yeah, that's another
So
thing because the
yeah.
education is quite expensive. In some countries, it's very expensive. So if you work in the full time and you have the responsibility to feed your family, so most of the people wouldn't spend the money for themselves and
Yes.
for the education. They simply don't have funds for the education.
Exactly.
So
So the education should be, either cheap or it should be free for all. Then only everybody, I don't think most, I know some people who wants to study but they cannot because it's either so expensive, and or they cannot reach it. So it should be available to everyone, should be free, or it should be cheaper.
yeah, and plus a lot of time the education is during the day. So some universities, so they only during the day they give classes during the day. So if you work full time, so then you're out of luck. So there is no opportunity for you
Yeah.
to go to take some classes in the evenings. Not in all countries, anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
But I
know
think
what?
this have changed after COVID somehow. The people, they have started accepting, that they can have online classes, there are online courses, lectures, and they can study anytime. So somehow this is a positive thing which we have got from the COVID thing.
Yeah, that's true. And now we have the technology because now a lot of classes can be done online. So, and you can take classes in any university in the world.
Right.
So at your free time. So, which is really
Really good.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
And now
really
the main
good.
resource is the time, and it's running out. Every day we feel it. And you know, one of the points that we also discuss within the Creative Society project that as an offer, like people should work only 4 days a week, 4 hours a day, and
That's
the
so good.
amount of payment
Yeah.
should be enough to cover all the basic needs. And imagine this kind of society. Would you like to live and work?
For sure, why not? Yeah. Because see, mostly people I have, they are just, even they wanted the savings for their bad times, right? If the people, they don't have that insecurity, like there will be a bad times or there will be a worse times, I'm sure they just want to enjoy the life, the present. They don't focus on the present, they're only concerned about the future. So if there's something like there's 4 days of work, and there's time to relax, enjoy the life, I'm sure the people, they'll not be too greedy about the money things also.
Yeah, this is absolutely. And they enjoy the life. So I can even see that some people would say, oh my God, I'm going to be, I go to the beach every day for the rest of the day
Yeah,
after work and something. So, but I think in the creative society, when the people have this um, need to develop this themselves, to evolve, so that's why you're going to be busy doing something else. It's not like you're going to be laying on the sofa and watching probably non-stop TV, so which technically you can if you want to. But I think there are so many interesting things in life, and the people, at least a lot of people that I know, so they wish to learn this stuff. They wish to go, and even if you go somewhere, you learn another culture, you meet people from this culture. So it's all this educational and the personal development that the people are thriving nowadays, I think.
yeah. And then one more thing is there in our current society, if you will see, some people, they are working 7 days a week, and at the same time there are some people who don't have jobs. So there, it means like if we can, in a certain way, we can adjust both kind of people. The people who are working 7 days should be working 4 days, and the alternative days the other person can work. So they also have the job, and they have that, or they can cover all the needs. So it means like there is imbalance.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, you it's weird, but it's like you in my mind. You know, I have the
Yeah,
same thoughts, and I was always asking,
yeah,
working in Dubai, how is it possible? And people work so hard for 7 days a week with,
exactly,
and they're overloaded, and they always complain that oh, there's so much stuff to do. And some people they don't have job, just split it and share
exactly.
it, and that's it. By the way, we have one question from our viewer, Taisia. I will read it to you
Okay.
now. Rohail, how do you think, what are the best ways of spreading information about the creative society far and wide?
See, like the thing which you explained in the beginning, like the ways of connecting to each other, right? The way you got connected to me, and this is one of the strong things. Like we can reach people. We just need to spread the information and start, try to let them know. And I'm sure, like we discussed, all humans, they are good, and definitely when they hear about it, they will mostly, like in my case, I got attracted to it instantly. When she was just discussing with me, within 10 minutes I realized like there's something good about it. So we can, within our circle, we can just preach the people and let them understand the what are their basic needs, and what should, like, even the eight foundations also, I somehow it has, summarized me the meaning of life, like what are my main basic needs to live in a good society. And I think there's only these, if we will just try to accomplish these eight foundations and implement in the world, we'll start living happily.
Exactly, amazing.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, and
it's so
I just want
easy.
to say that yes, so the first step to implement the the aid foundation and create the creative society. So it's an informational step, and that's
Exactly.
exactly where we are. So that's why we're asking the question, so how we can tell about the creative society a lot of people, because what I notice, so the people, some people, they think there's no way that could be any changes. So they say like, oh yeah, this is the way it is, and there is nothing we can do. So they don't see alternative way of the current situation. And I think when we explain it to people like about the creative societies, the people are ready. They are ready for these changes, and it resonates with a lot of people. These 8 foundations. So, and we just wanted to ask you a question, since it is the theory of the handshakes.
Yeah.
So, do you have anybody who you would want to nominate for the next interview?
Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
one of your friends or family?
Yeah, there's someone from my family. She's my relative, so I already have her in my mind, because the thing is, like, people who have that ability to speak well, they can convince people, or they can explain or pass the information in much better way. And so, like, in my case, I always wanted to be a part of something like this, but I could not see around me. I couldn't find the opportunity. And when you don't have this kind of opportunity, you just get lost in that race of achieving
Exactly.
something, right? So that's why I want to share this all the information with some people around me, some friends. And obviously, when you have the same kind of a circle, same of a kind of a friends, like you yourself. So I'm sure if they'll just get to know about it, they'll be much interested to become a
Yeah,
part of this.
that would be great. That would be great. And for our friends, we just want to tell that it is really, really easy to join the project of Creative Society. All you need to do is to go to the
Right.
allatraunites.com, to our
Yeah.
website, choose the
Yes.
language that you speak in, and choose one
Okay.
of the 3 options, and click the red button join. And if you
Right.
choose the option number 3, where you want to not only agree with this project, but if you want to actively do something for this project, actively participate in this project, you leave
Right.
your phone number or email, and one of us volunteers of this project, so
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
give you a call or find you and communicate. And yeah, we'll have plenty of things to do for everybody, for people with any qualification or without any qualifications. So, and of course, we would be happy, Rohail, if you would want to join us, because you seems like really
Inspired person.
inspired
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Yes, and you
Yeah.
explain it really well, and I think it resonates with you really, really deeply. So because all this, what you explained to us today, I can feel that it comes from your heart. So and yeah, would be great, of course.
Yeah.
And
Definitely. Yeah. Because I just the thing is, like, the thing which is in our control is to try. And for me, if I can just make something good, or be a part of a team which is trying to make human life good, that's something, it's in my goals. Because I have seen, in most of the religions also, there are some certain rituals which we follow, but the thing is, like, the happiness which we get from supporting or helping people or make their life good is extraordinary. That cannot be compared with anything else in the world. So if I can be a part of something like this, and try to create a society where it's good for our children's and for the other people, why not?
oh, this is so true, that when you said that the happiness that comes from the helping other people,
Yeah.
it's the best feeling in the world. So it
Exactly.
resonates with me. It's really great. And
Yeah.
also would be nice to remind people and our viewers as well, so that it is very nice project. And what we need now as a humanity, we need to act, because the time of only complaining or criticizing, so it's not going to help. So, and everybody can do something, whatever you're comfortable with. So the action is really necessary nowadays.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. And like lately, I had an understanding. It's so simple, but it is so clear. We usually ask people what unites all of us around the world. And being a participant of this project, I got to know that what unites us is action. When we act
Yeah.
all together in the same direction, despite all the differences, this is what unites us.
Exactly.
Rahel, I have the last question for today, and it's very important. I'll come even closer.
Okay.
So feel
Okay.
the importance.
Okay. Ready
Would
for it.
you would you like to live in creative society?
Sorry, I didn't understand. Who do you live?
Would you like to live in a creative society?
See, the thing is, this is like the most easiest question. Why? The thing I wanted to live in, it's just not wanted to live, but I wanted this for the next generations also. Like when it's our responsibility to create a society for us. We have already, obviously we have the life, but we have already seen and we have understand what are the positives and negatives. But we need to pass a creative society for my children's, for my sons. And definitely, yes, I want to stay in a society where there is no complications. Like even the basic foundations, when I read about it, I didn't found it hard to understand. There's no complications, and it should be that way only. It should be simple. The things should be simple for each and every person to understand. There should not be gray areas when there is some certain laws being made.
Yes, you are right. I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know what you're
yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
Yeah.
At the end, our dear viewers, we would like to present to you a unique conference that is gonna happen very soon on 20th of March. It will be the third international online conference on the platform of ALLATRA International Public Movement, which is called Creative Society: What the Prophets Dreamed of. It will be
Right.
translated in more than 35 languages. So anyone is
Okay.
welcome to join. And Rohail also could share it between all your friends and relatives who live in different
Definitely. Yeah.
countries. And we would like to show at the end, when we finish, a short video. So stay tuned. And I'm, from my side, very glad that I spent this morning with you.
Same here.
Saturday
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah. It
So
was so good. Yeah. I would like to really thank and appreciate you all for your efforts. And it would be, it would really be, good for me also to be a part of it.
this is really nice to hear, Rahel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you, dear viewers. Thank you, Dmitry, and thank you, Rahel, for being with us
Yeah.
this morning.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yep.
So let's have a look at the video and see you next time on Allatra TV Middle East.
Sure. Thank you.
Unprecedented event of present history. Initiative that comes from people around the world. Main project of humanity. People stopped being silent about urgent issues of our society. How it all started. May 2019, International Online Conference, Society, The Last Chance. 140 countries of the world, hundreds of thousands of people online, hundreds of broadcast platforms, translated into 7 languages simultaneously. If we all want to live in peace, why do we have a world of violence and destruction? It is up to us to build a different world. How can we do it? December 2020, Creative Society. United we can. 180 countries of the world. Millions of people online. thousands of streaming platforms, 35 languages simultaneously translated. People have voiced today's reality and what they truly desire. And it is the creative society. All cultures have an image of the ideal world people want to live in. A world that prophets talked about. The time has come when we can make it real. How will we use this chance? Let's meet March 20th, 2021, 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time and 10 a.m. Eastern Time. International online event of global scale. Creative Society, what the prophets dreamed of. This is the day the world will unite to find out the truth, join the entire humanity, and spread